So I'm starting this chapter number 13. Chapter number 13 is new and emerging technologies. And into this chapter, you should be able to know and understand a range of new emerging technologies. And you should know and understand that what is the impact of new and emerging technologies have over different areas of a society. From syllabus point of view, for chapter number 13, emerging technologies, you have different types of emerging technologies into your syllabus, like what are NFCs, near field communication, what are ultra high definition television systems, what is artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, robotics. These are all of the components that we need to discuss in chapter number 13, and then we have impact. This is from your syllabus. So let's start this chapter with a basic introduction of this chapter is that the world of technologies is ever evolving. That means that every day I wake up, I find new technologies around me. Like even right now, like 6 to 7 months before, our life was really sort of in a difficult way that, for example, if I wanted to type a letter, a document, or if I want to prepare a presentation, I had to done that manually. And I could never think of a solution or a system in which I just need to type that, for example, prepare me a Word document of my application or prepare me a PowerPoint presentation and along with all of the content that's done. But recently it has been made possible with the help of the chat GPT, which is an example of an automated artificial intelligence. That means that now humans are not required to do much of this stuff, and all of this is being done by machines. We just need to know how to use the machines. We need to instruct them. How should they be utilized, and what is my task? Like for example, you are a student, and if you want to cover some important chapters, or if there is any confusion, you can even ask that. But what is that? That is an example of emerging technology that has developed right now. I have artificial intelligence, I have robotics, I have different industries that are developing themselves for their automation. As far as we grew up, we find different technologies around us, and they are influencing our lives. Like for example, the artificial intelligence is influencing my life in both positive and negative way. Like for example, when it wasn't right here, what I usually do is that I needed to work on my own, and I need to prepare the presentations or applications, letters, ideas, or anything on my own. That basically generates a sense of creativity or a sense of knowledge into my human brain. But similarly, if I gave you the example of an AI has reduced my workload. AI has even reduced the time taken for me to prepare the presentation. It's just done in seconds. So it's really amazing. But at the same time, it is causing a negative impact too. The negative impact is that now I am more dependent on machines. I'm more reliable on them. Like without them, I don't even walk ahead. Like for example, if I'm traveling in my country or if I'm traveling anywhere else in the world, I'm dependent on Google Maps. The Google Map is telling me that at which direction should I move on. So emerging technologies basically means that how different technologies are emerging day by day and what positive and negative impact it is creating on our society. They can include the individuals, the organizations, the medicines, the healthcare system, the scientific research, or even the environment as well. So the basic concept for emerging technologies are that these are the technologies that are still in development to allow them to reach their full potential. Like for example, we have ChatGPT from a different company. Now the other companies such as Google, such as Microsoft are now working on their development models to bring their things. Same as we have in the automobile industry, we have different car manufacturers. We have Tesla, we have BMW, we have Mercedes. All of them are competing against each other to bring the best solution available. So, what is basically an emerging technology? This is to be considered as a new technology that is still under in development, or it may be also an existing technology that is still being developed, and automated technology is still being developed to reach its full potential. That means that it has not yet reached its full potential, but it's still in the development process. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about a range of emerging technologies and their applications, and how we can develop them. So let's first discuss the very first component from your syllabus as well, that is NFCs, near field communication. So what are basically NFCs? NFCs is a wireless technology that is similar to Bluetooth. That means that it is basically an example of a communication protocol. What is a communication protocol, or what are protocols? Protocols are the set of rules that must be agreed before transmitting the data between two devices, that basically enable two devices to connect and share data. Like unlike Bluetooth that basically has a range, like for example, if you want to transmit data, it has to be in between those 10 meters range. Like devices, however, using NFCs can must be within 4 centimeters of each other. Like for example, right in front of you, I have opened different images of an NFC combination, and as I discussed with you that while working with the NFCs, the devices have to be within 4 centimeters of each other. Like you might have heard of debit cards or credit cards, and some machines in the point of sale, what they usually do is that they hover over the card over the machine, and since it is automatic and it is within that certain range, within that 4 centimeter range, so this is detected, and with the help of that I can transmit the data. Like right in front of you, these are all of the examples of NFCs that you can see that within the certain time range or certain distance, I am hovering over the applications, the card, so that my information can be transmitted. So basically, NFC is a technology that is present in most modern mobile phones and smartwatches as well. Users can bring their devices close together and use NFC to share data securely within seconds. That means that you even don't need an internet connection. Unlike Bluetooth, the NFC does not usually have a pairing code or a Bluetooth, therefore, users don't need to get worried about if someone can steal their data or not, because the NFC has a one property. That one property is that the devices or the hardware in which we are trying to connect, they have to be in contact or in close proximity. So most organizations make use of NFC to add in or work with the security methods to prevent the issue. So this can be an advantage of an NFC, that it does not require pairing. So if I discuss regarding the advantages and disadvantages of an NFC, I can say that NFC is one of the wireless communication because you don't have any cables required. But at the same time, it can also be seen as less secure as users don't need to authenticate the pairing of devices. If anyone have the devices, so he can easily connect with each other and they have no authentication method. NFCs are quite faster as well. And one more disadvantage can be users are concerned that the technology could be used to steal their data. Again, the same advantages can be it is present in my modern mobile phones. It does not require an internet connection and even does not require it does not require the pairing of code. Like for example, right here you can see as well. This is an example of an NFC data sharing. That means that as this device hover over the user's device, that's how that we can connect with each other. Acha, we have also NFC chips on our credit cards, on our debit cards. Let me show it to you. You might have seen debit card, credit card, school ID cards. They are embedded with this chip. This one, I hope I'm clear to you. Now, this chip is almost built in onto every of your card or even on your mobile phone SIM as well. And they have the ability to wirelessly transmit data from one place to another. That means that, for example, if I have this credit card and I want to purchase some items from the store, the shopkeeper what usually do is that he places the NFC chip on his point of sale device, and since it wirelessly connects with each other, that's how the payment is made. You can also see that when you are purchasing, in some cases, you are required to enter the password, and in some cases, you are even not required to enter the password. That depends upon your location and many other factors. But the point is that when it comes to an NFC, your card or your NFC chips has to be in that certain proximity, and it also does not requires to pair or enter some sort of password as well. So again, NFC, passive NFC chips, there is a growing use of NFC by organizations to distribute the data. They are built into information points, let it be in buildings, and this is also used to provide visitors with necessary information. Their use is much more similar to a QR code, but without the need for a QR code reader. It is a much more efficient. So instead of having a QR code application, we just need to wait a few seconds and we need to just hover over that chip so it is easy to process the information. I can give you the example of electronic wallets as well. I We have that where for example if I have my bank account and they provide me with a debit card and a credit card, and along with that service, they also provide us with an electronic wallet. Now, what is the function of that electronic wallet is that it is built up on the NFC chips, and the NFC chips are built into your credit cards, into your debit cards now this technology helps me in making my contactless payment. Like there is no use of paper cash and the NFC technology. This is already used in mobile phones, smart watches. Yeah. So with the help of this, you can even pay for your services as well. Electronic wallets, we discussed this in our Bitcoin and cryptocurrency part as well, that if you have an electronic wallet installed into your mobile phone, and you can even do that, and in your electronic wallet you can then either settle the amount, let it be in your currency or let it be in any Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So again, with the help of that electronic wallet, you can go to the supermarts or you can utilize that money using these NFC chips. So the methodology of the cash, I mean to say that whenever I'm making a purchase, I have my stored cash on that. But what is the purpose of the NFC? Now I'm only focusing on the NFC part. NFC is just an example of a wireless technology. Now this technology is built it in into many applications and settings that helps you to make that. So I'm just referring to different areas or industries to make it clear for you. But solely. NFC is just a wireless technology that is used to make a connection. You can now, it's up to you that where you want to store this NFC technology, in your banks, in your hotels, in your restaurants, into your medicine parts and research parts. So the basic purpose is same, that when you want to communicate, you simply move the devices into close proximity. Now you can apply that to either cards, you can apply that to hotels, depending upon your different industries, but the basic concept is same. So do you have any queries and confusion in this?
No, sir.
So can you define me two industries where NFC is used?
Industries, matlab,
Like I explain you banking industry.
yes, banking industries and
Apart from banking, what do you say?
shopping centers.
Okay, good. And in restaurants, in
Yeah,
hospitals.
yes,
So have you seen a credit card or a debit card?
yes,
You can even point out that you must have seen that there is a golden colored chip embedded on those cards.
yes,
And along with that chip, on the left or the right corner, you can see that icon or a logo of a wireless transmission. What does
yes,
it means is that that is an NFC. If you are having one at your home, you can even check it there. And even while purchasing or making any shopping at petrol station or supermarket, you can see that there are two types of purchasing ways. Like for example, if the shopkeeper swipes the card, and the second one is that the shopkeeper only makes the use of this NFC. Like he do not swipe the card. What he do is that he just puts the
that,
card over the top of the machine and we are done.
yes.
So you have observed, I think that you have observed this. So this is the place where I'm using NFCs. Let's check this animation as well for the NFCs. This one, जैसे ही कार्ड हम इसके टॉप पे लेके जाते हैं, मैंने स्वाइप नहीं किया, दैट मीन्स कि मेरा जो परचेज है वो इसके ऊपर हो चुकी है. They makes basically a server wireless connection with them. और मेरे मोबाइल के ऊपर भी आ जाता है कि इतने जो है पैसे मैंने इसकी स्पेंडिंग कर दी है. और ये दोनों जो है कंट्रोल होते हैं सेंट्रल बैंक से. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉलेट्स के भी आपके पास फॉर्म होती है एनएफसीज के अंदर. ओके, सो आई होप आई एम क्लियर विद दिस. Let's move
Yes.
on to the second technology, that is ultra high definition television systems. So, ultra high definition television systems, the quality of your image is produced by a television system, and it depends on the resolution of your screen, that how much resolution is being provided by your television. The resolution of a screen is mostly measured in pixels. It refers to the number of pixels wide and the number of pixels high that a screen can produce. Standard high definition was usually displayed in HD quality that had the resolution of 1920 and 1080, but however, as emerging technologies introduced, 4K and even more resolutions, 8K have been also developed. The resolution of 4K is 3840 into 2160. You might have witnessed that while streaming a YouTube video, that it has different formats available, either HD, either UHD, and this basically resembles the amount of pixels that I have on my screen. That means that the more amount of pixels I have, the sharper my screen is going to be. Like for example, right in these two images, you can see the HD and the UHD example. In HD example, you can see that the number of pixels that are right here are limited, and each pixel is actually representing one bit of this alphabet. However, if I give you the example of a UHD, you can see that you have now more number of pixels on your screen. The average user is going to see the difference in an image that is that is being produced by UHD or compared to an HD screen, and one way to enhance this difference is by viewing the image up close. Close means that if you are going to go closer onto your television, this basically means that it might get pixelated. But if it is in a different resolution, that means that आपका जो picture है आपकी वो ज़्यादा clear आएगी. What can be the disadvantage advantages of this HD and UHD? Okay, UHD का advantage ये है कि जो quality है आपकी image की वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा sharper है, clear है. It can produce a high level of detail and it can improve the overall experience. However, there can be certain disadvantages as well. Disadvantage can be that the technology required for UHD is more expensive to manufacture and it is not always available. It requires a large amount of data to be transmitted, and an internet connection of at least 25 Mbps is normally required to stream this UHD content. So 4K televisions these days are commercially available, and but however 8K systems are mostly available on commercial basis. So there might be a difficult choice while streaming the UHD version because the television that is providing a UHD facility is not always available. We have basic LCDs, LEDs in our home that can give you the resolution up to 4K, but UHD is something different, so it is not easily available. UHD is also used in my surgical processes as well. Like for example, you can see that there is a computer that is being used in surgical situations to allow surgeons to review the surgery process because it provides you with a high level of visibility. So doctors can scan your body to look for the areas where they want to work with accuracy and precision using this UHD version. We even have UHD in our cinemas as well. You might be having in your region as well. In like watching a 3D or a 4D movie is now common these days, but a UHD is more likely a different version of that might be having a better image clarity. And it has an 8K resolution that is more likely to be seen on a larger screen because it creates more pixels and creates even more entertaining experience for your viewers. 8K resolution can be considered as the highest resolution, but it is seen for a long time for the cinema screens.